everybody. Hope everyone has had a good week. You'll have to excuse me. I am just so tired. My allergies have just been killing me lately, and I had to quit taking my allergy medicine because it's giving me nosebleeds. It dries out the sinuses too much. And just so much going on and being pulled in 20 different directions. So you'll have to excuse me. I am just exhausted. But I wanted to get this information out to all of you. There's an update in the Pinkeva case. That court case was yesterday, and I want to thank our dear friend who has gotten all the documents for us and sent these to us. She sent me these this morning, and I've been on the phone all day and just really haven't had a chance to, even go through these until now. So I'm going to read most of her emails since she's the legal expert and I'm not. Attached is a copy of the order entered yesterday in the Pinkeva case, which among other things sets this case for a bench trial on July 28, 2021. Also attached are copies of the respective motions in limine and amended subpoena Latin, I don't know, which are referenced in the order. Bottom line, the judge denied the defendant's request to exclude, or in her words, suppress, some of the evidence the defendant did not want to disclose from their meetings with the offender and his wife, and denied the defendant's request to not produce the documents requested in the state attorney's third subpoena. So that was good news because they were trying to suppress the wife's testimony, and the judge has denied that the defendant and Watchtower can do that. Which included production of documents, reports, and minutes of the Judicial Committee's meeting with the offender, Pedraza Hernandez, instructional materials regarding handling the elder's processing of reports regarding matters of CSA, a copy of the January 1st, 1997 Watchtower, and copies of certain instructional letters produced by the Watchtower organization. So they were not wanting to come up with these. Very briefly, each motion in limine requested the following. Motion in limine number 2, here the defendant requested that the court allow the Watchtower organization's attorney to testify via Zoom rather than to appear at the trial in person. The order entered on May 26 sets a further hearing date relative to consideration of this request for June 24th. Motion in limine number 3. Here the defendant requested that information received from the defendant's 2006 meeting with the father who admitted to abusing his child not be disclosed. Motion in limine number 4. Here the defendant claims that information the defendant may have received from the father is exempt from mandatory reporting. Clergy patent privilege. Motion in limine number 5. Here the defendant requested that information received in the defendant's meeting with the mother of the victim not be disclosed. Motion in limine number 6. Here the defendant claims the information received in his discussion with the mother of the victim is exempt from mandatory reporting. Clergy patent privilege. I have also attached a copy of the newspaper article in today's Northwest Herald, local newspaper, about what happened at the trial. It seems to be a well-written article. Briefly, the article stated that the state attorneys argued that the clergy patent privilege does not extend to situations involving abused or neglected children and is not grounds for failure to report, and that by adding members of the clergy to the list of mandated reporters, the legislature intended that clergy report instances of CSA of which they are made aware, and that at minimum the defendant could have reported the girl's name and address to police without divulging the contents of any religious confession. True. And he could have even done this anonymously, but he didn't. The newspaper article also went on to say that Illinois passed the Abused and Neglected Child Reporting Act in 1975 and in 2002 amended the act to include members of the clergy as persons responsible for the child's welfare. And that's what this is all about, the welfare of children, which appears to have been completely neglected in this case. How tragic. And it's so sad because of Watchtower's neglect, and they haven't cared about the welfare of children. It's only about protecting their precious reputations and names and all of that. And this is one of the orders that was filed. It's handwritten. This one is stamped May 26, 2021. Order. Matter coming before the court on defendant's motions in limine 1 through 6, and I covered the synopsis of those. And defendant's motion to quash state subpoena request number 3, hearing having been held. Defendant's motion in limine 3 through 6 are denied. Defendant's motion to quash subpoena request number 3 is denied. Good news. Bench trial set for July 28th, 2021. Motion in limine number 2, hearing set for 10:30 a.m. on June 24th, 2021. And it's prepared by the people's attorney. So that would be the state attorney. So thank you, sweetie, very much. Appreciate this. And I will have this on our website along with the article. Just scroll to the bottom, click on the link, and then just scroll to the bottom for the most recent, where these 2 items will be. And I also want to mention, we did watch the town meeting last night for the town of Ramapo, and we also recorded it. And Mike made a whole page of notes. And he's going to be working on a few things. I don't know, when and if he's going to be able to do a video. But we did catch some things that they mentioned in there. And we have to go back and watch it because I could have sworn they said this is going to be the largest religious complex in this country. But like I said, we got to go back and make sure, and watch this all again. But it was really sad because it looked like many of you ex-members and were in the chat and trying to get to say your piece. And I know even Rick Farron, he was scheduled to appear, and he just went in there just all gung-ho. And they shut him down too. But they shut down the chat, they shut down everything. They were only interested in the environmental impact this complex is going to have. But it looks like we're going to get some allies in the local people, the residents there, because there was several that brought up some very good points. And so we might have some allies. And the biggest thing is the traffic. We know that being a video production, they're going to have semis full of equipment if they go out on location to do filming for, their video and stuff. And the traffic alone. They have a visitor welcoming center, visitor center, so they're going to be doing tours, which means tour buses coming in. There's going to be so much traffic, and that was a big concern for the residents because it's a one-way road and it's already so packed with traffic that they said, sometimes you just have to sit there. You can't even get out on the road. And so they're concerned with the extra traffic, which, they have every right to be, because we all know the kind of traffic they're going to be getting at this complex, especially with a visitor center. Every JW is going to be wanting to go visit this center. So it's going to be a tremendous amount of traffic. So anyway, we've got several things we are working on. And yes, I am still working on my 1953, Watchtower article. Oy vey. Just so much and never enough time. So thank you so much, everyone, for, contacting us and your comments and emails, and my sources up in the Midwest. Thank you very much. Appreciate, everything you do. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And if you want to get notified of new videos, next to the subscribe button there's a little bell. You just hit that little bell, and then that way you will get notified. And so you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye.